Tēnā koutou katoa, ko hikirangi te maunga, ko rangita ki te awa, ko mātātua te waka, ko patu heu heu me Ngāti haka ngā hapu, ko tūhoi me Ngāti kahununu ngā iwi, ko Willie Te Ratana tōku ingoa. Tēnā koutou katoa. Hello everyone, welcome to my In the Bag for 2020 season. We're down here at Brooker Ave disc golf course in Christchurch. My home course, it's 5 minutes away from my house, and I came here today on my skateboard. So hey, let's check out my bag. First off, we'll start with my putting putters. I putt with the Discmania D-Line P2. I like the feel of them. They're a nice straight disc. I've had these ones probably for about 8 months now, so they're beaten quite good. Just love the feel of them. They're such great discs. So that's my putting putters. Next, my throwing putters. So I've got a brand new P2 D-Line from Discmania, and it's nice and stable. It'll hold that straight line and then a little bit of fade at the end. Plus you can torque on it a wee bit and it won't flip over. And then I also have a pretty stable Simon Lizotte Sky God S-Line. So you can chuck this as hard as you want and it won't turn over. Throw it in a headwind. Such a great disc, and yeah, I love throwing it. Onto my putt and approach. I have two RPM Tuis, one in Cosmic Glow plastic, and one in the Platinum plastic. So this one's, probably use this one a bit more because I can throw this straight. It'll have a little bit of turn and then a slight sort of fade back to straight. This one, it'll just turn over and keep holding that line. Which is good for those sort of slow turnover shots. Loving the RPM plastic. It's so good in the hand, and it's got a good feel. Plus it's local. They're doing great things. So those are my putters. Move on to the mids. First off, I'll start with my Kears, which is also another RPM disc. These are super stable, man. These are like, I love these discs. They're probably my most thrown disc in my bag, other than my putters. So this is a Cosmic, and this one's probably like my most thrown mid-range, because I can throw it forehand, I can throw it backhand, headwind. You can putt with it in a headwind. It's just such a great addition to the bag. I've also got a Cosmic in the black and yellow, which is my colors, and this one just comes out when it's really windy. This one's a bit more stable than my Cosmic one. Also, I've got two MD3s, a C-Line Glow, Eagle McMahon, and also another Eagle McMahon MD3. This one's like hyzer flip. You can throw this straight, it'll flip up, and then it'll just go straight. It's quite beaten. This one's a bit more stable. I love the stamp, and Eagle McMahon's, he's off the hook. So this one's a bit more stable. You can crank on this and it's going to hit that line, and then it's going to have a little bit of fade at the end. So yep, those are my MD3s. And I've also got a Rock 3 DX that is just hyzer flip, and it'll glide to the right and just hold that line. Yeah, it's just for those sort of slow turnovers, a bit more distance, or like maybe 80 to 100. Yeah, great disc. Love the Rock 3 Innova. Next, I'll move on to my fairway drivers. First off, we'll go through my T-Birds. I love the T-Bird, especially the Star. This here used to be a forehand disc, but it's a bit flippy now. So it's just such a straight disc. Like, yeah, crank this out to probably about 120 meters. It's got a little S in it with a little bit of fade when it comes back if you give enough air. So that's my Star T-Bird. I've got a T-Bird 3. Metal Flake, which I just got, and I'm loving throwing it. It's you can torque on it. It's got some stability to it. I love the colors, and the plastic's real cool. So that's my T-Bird 3, and I've also got a Leopard 3 from Innova. Man, this disc is so straight. You can throw it with a little bit of hyzer, flip up flat, and then it'll just carry. With a little bit of fade at the end, but it's other than that, it's just super straight disc. Next up, we'll go through and do my Thunderbirds. So I've got two Thunderbirds. both in the Champ plastic. This one's tie-dye Paul Macbeth, 4-time world champ, and this is probably my most thrown fairway driver. I throw this forehand, backhand. With the forehand, probably throw it flat. It's got a little bit of turn in it, and then it'll fade back because of the Champ plastic. It's stable. Yeah, great disc, love it. Backhands, yeah, you just can't go wrong with this disc. And then I've also got my Champ one, brand new. I just got this maybe a couple of weeks ago. I just love the color, and it's just it's stable as a Thunderbird should be. Hasn't been beaten, so it's good for the forehands that you want to just hold that line and then fade back straight away. So yep, it's my Thunderbirds. Then I just picked up a Westside Disc Artie. I throw a end of a Firebird as well, but I wanted to see what it was like in Star plastic. But yeah, I also liked what Westside Discs were doing with their disc and their molds. So I thought I'd try out this Artie, and it's very similar to the Firebird, but it kind of has a little bit of turn there, but the stability to come back, and yeah, it's just a bit straighter. I love the feel of the plastic. It's really nice in the hand, good for forehands, and it's also good for backhands. Yeah, so I'm loving this disc, the Artie. My Innova Champ Firebird, this thing is, yeah, awesome. King Climo, it's just a magic disc, great in the wind, forehand flicks, it's super flat, it's pink, I'm breaking down those barriers, but yeah, I just love it. Got it from my mate Jimmy, shout out Jimmy, thanks for hooking me up, bro. I've got one Greg Barsby Roadrunner, flippy as and great plastic. You can throw it on like extreme hyzer and it'll flip up, ride for a little bit, turn over, and then has like it fights back a little bit at the end. Great roller disc. I don't throw many rollers, but yeah, when I do, this is what I use. So yeah, Greg Barsby Roadrunner. Now on to my distance drivers. I'll start off with my titanium Undertaker, Paul Macbeth. I love the Undertaker. This is probably, I think this is the only Discraft disc I have in my bag. Yeah, I don't have many, but this disc is pretty awesome. I love the flight of it. Throw it on a little bit of hyzer, it flips up flat, rides to the right, and then stable enough to come back. Plus, this is a super cool color. Paul Macbeth's the man, and yeah, that's my Undertaker. Next, I'll move on to another RPM disc, the Kortare. This disc is crazy overstable. Yeah, you can throw this forehand on like a mad angle, and it'll just fight back straight away. In the wind, it's crazy. It's awesome. I love the stamp. This yeah, that's what got me to this disc. The stamp's like amazing, and the plastic is just so durable. So this only comes out when it's super windy, or if I need like a crazy sort of flex forehand or something. But yeah, I'm loving that brand new disc, the Kortare. So good work on that one RPM. Next, I've got 3 Kahus, also from RPM. 2 Cosmics, and one of them is an XG. I'll talk about that one first. So this one I just got a couple of weeks ago, and it's in the Cosmic plastic. It's still stable, but it also gets up and flips sort of like straight from hyzer. It's real stiff, there's not much give in it. It's good on the wind, it's got a leather stamp. And then I've got sort of just 2 standard Kahus, one in the Cosmic plastic and one just in the Atomic plastic. And yeah, I like this disc because it's just nice and simple, black and white. This one here is like quite flippy. Yeah, like I don't throw this often, only if I want to get maybe a bit of distance, because it's so flippy. I'll just throw my my Cosmic one, because it's super stable, real stiff. The plastic's like awesome, and I can sort of throw it in a bit of wind, and there's always a bit of wind at Brooker Ave. So yeah, those are my kahus. Lastly, bagged 2 destroyers. One Ricky Wysocki 2-time world champ Raptor destroyer. It's quite beat in, like so beat in that it looks like dirty, but it's not, it's just beat in. And this one's pretty flippy. I've had this, oh man, maybe like 10 months, and this is like probably my longest distance disc that I throw. Get like a flip up, it'll turn right, and just keep going, and then it'll come back at the end. So that's my Ricky Wysocki destroyer. Next I have bottom stamp destroyer that I've kind of chucked a bit of a stamp on. Yeah, just like personalizing my discs, just so I know that, you know, if I lose it, people know that, oh yeah, that's Willie's destroyer. This destroyer it's pretty stable. I can throw it on a bit of hyzer, it'll flip up flat, go right, and then definitely come back to the left. So it's really handy to have that that stability and that trust in that disc, that you know it's going to come back. So yeah, those are all the discs in my bag. So my bag is the Innova Hero Pack, and yeah, thanks to NZDSS, thanks Leon for hooking me up with this. Great bag, I love it. It fits so many discs in, and it's real comfy on the back. Yeah, it's waterproof, and it just ticks all the boxes. In my bag I carry my headphones, gotta have the Beats by Dre. Yeah man, I just wouldn't go anywhere, wouldn't play, if I'm by myself especially, I've got to have headphones. Carry a couple of minis, Vortica Disc Golf, thank you very much for these. Yeah, got to have the minis, glow in the dark as well, so if you don't have one, go get one, Vortica. Sunnies, yeah, should have put them on. Carry a few snacks, try and be healthy if you can, and yeah, these things are pretty good. They'll give me a bit of a boost sort of while I'm walking around with the lads out on the course. Then I've got Discraft whale sack. Got this a couple of weeks ago at the Smash. Man, yeah, I don't know why I didn't get one earlier, but yep, got one now, so we're away. I've got a baseball that I use to get my disc out of trees, which has been happening quite a lot. So yeah, this is my disc retriever. And I also carry a couple of awesome towels from Gecko Disc Sports. So I always carry a couple of towels just for when it gets a bit damp or when it's raining. Don't like playing in the rain, but yeah, they're very handy, good towels, and you can just clip them onto your bag, and yeah, keep those discs nice and dry. And I've also got a Gecko Sports pencil for the scorecard, and just a Vivid so I can mark up my discs if I get a new one or whatever. Just good to have, yeah, have these in your bag. So lastly, I have a little notebook. This is something that a friend kind of suggested. He does, and it's just for when you're walking a course before a tournament and you making notes about what discs you're going to throw, or what lines you're trying to hit, or I don't know, just trying to be a bit more organized, and rather than trying to remember stuff, it's easy if you just write it down in your notebook, and then you've got something to refer to later. So thanks for that, Jimmy, legend. So that's it, that's mine in the bag for 2020. Shout out to Vortica Disc Golf and the Disc Bros for this year's sponsorship. Look forward to seeing you guys out on the course, and thanks for watching.